Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Social Enrolling's Quest for the Kingslayer. This is episode 7.
Seven. Yep, there it is.
And my name is Keith. I am the DM. I have created all of it, and I've put these three cool people in it.
Oh, he called me a cool person. Do you hear that? Anyway, I'm Left Click. I play Bresh Denvayel.
I'm Calvin. I play Charles.
I'm Aiden, the coolest. Play horse.
Horace is not the coolest, and I'm cooler.
Nope, it's not the horse. That's the
This
coolest.
is
Shut up.
Quest for the Kingslayer, episode 7. And on episode 6, last time, the gang, after submitting to capture by these two sort of unknown assailants, had moved through a lot of sewers, failing to make small talk, and eventually coming upon a hideout where they were released from their binds and told of some things about how the people that captured them are the city strikers, how they opposed Brendan, and how they believed they were working with him. But after learning that that was not true, they decided that getting them out of the city and out of the picture entirely would be best. Which is probably true. And after being let out, they were attacked on the road by what just looked like a group of bandits or just rascals, people out to grab their money. And they were helped by these two people, whom of which they know now as Nova and Gagarin. And after succeeding in this short-lived encounter, they sort of scurried off into the woods, set up a bit of a camp, more so just laid out their sleeping rolls, just sat around on them, maybe ate a little bit, and took a short rest. Currently taking one, and that's where we'll pick up.
During the short rest, I'm going to be, like, my armor is going to be off, my pack's off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my weaver's tools, and I'm going to be doing repairs because my shirt has been through some crap. I have been slashed. I have been stabbed. I have been shot. I am going to take some thread, whatever I can, and whatever, like, extra yarn. Like, the clothing I have on me is mostly made of either wool, yarn, or hemp, so I'm going to be repairing it a little bit, patching it up with some fabric patches I have, because this shirt, like, some of the smaller stuff I can maybe just patch up with a simple whip stitch, but some of this stuff, like, man, this is going to need a patch. Oh, man. So I'm gonna repair my shirt a little bit, and as I do so, I'm gonna go to the other two and see. Well, we'll take a little bit of rest. Any of you two need any repairs done to your stuff, making sure you don't have a little breeze going in your armor?
I think I'm good.
Alright, suit yourself.
Charles, your very fancy clothes are very messed up.
Oh, yeah.
You've gotten hit quite a bit.
Yeah.
Also, Calvin, you're kind of quiet right now. It's like,
Yeah, I know. I was gonna get a snack, but that's.
you had all right to do that. Grr. What were you doing? Play the grapefruit technique noise instead of getting your snack. Grr.
I was doing some of the homework.
By the way, for our listeners / viewers,
No,
don't
Nick,
Google
Nick.
it. Don't. I was
Nick,
actually
there's
gonna
no
say
need.
don't Google it. Like.
It's not fun. It's not even gonna be in. It's not even gonna be in. It's not even gonna be in. It's fun.
You don't make that
Can I-
decision.
Can I climb up the tree?
Look, I have access to the channel. All right, I can just remove it if I listen to it. It's still there. All right, there's gonna be no grapefruit technique in my goddamn game.
Can I climb up the tree? That
Oh.
precious.
Yeah, roll an athletics
Wait,
check.
hold on. Can we like get like a couple minutes of silence, and then you can
Yeah,
ask that,
yeah,
just to make sure
yeah.
that this whole conversation that happened isn't. I don't have to worry about it.
I didn't. Alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
hold on.
All right.
Go.
Can I climb up the tree?
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, no, you can climb up a tree. Roll an athletics check. You just climb up the closest tree, just the closest one, just like a tree.
The one brushes under.
All right. You can go and like walk around as he's got his weaver's tools out and he's currently repairing his cloth. And you can these are pretty big trees. You don't know what type of tree they are. They're just pretty big trees, and they have quite a lot of branches around the middle to top. Luckily, you're pretty tall, so you can get a good jump at first, and then just sort of
I'm
like
pretty tall, yeah.
work your way up before eventually you can get to stand, maybe about like 10 feet up once you get somewhat high in this tree.
All right. Can do I see anything out?
No, no. There are still a bunch of other trees and a lot of leaves.
I'm just gonna rest on a thick branch to shelter. Look really cool, you know?
Uh-huh. You think you look really cool, but no one can see you because there's a bunch of fucking leaves and branches in the way.
Yeah, I know who's looking at me. They probably think I'm cool.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to.
You know, once you said the one brush was under, I thought you were gonna do a little prank. But instead you're just sitting up there,
Being cool,
mentally
Being
sucking your
cool.
dick.
being like your 13-year-old high school persona.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
13-year-old.
gonna regain some hit points through hit dice and get my channel divinity back
Uh-huh.
after completing a short rest of excuse me, of repairing my clothing, maybe putting some patches on my breeches. Um,
Mm.
as I'm like, like
You
taking
would.
off my shirt and like, weaving it up. I don't have like when I say that I'm a large man, I mean that like I'm a pretty strong guy. I have +3 strength, but like it's hidden under a layer of fat where not like huge like Calvin's profile picture fat, but I would say, you know what, the dad bod. I think it's a great way to put it. A dad bod with larger
Yeah, I get
than
what you're saying.
normal arms and just thick legs. Like my
Yeah.
homeland, I had
So
to go up and down a lot of
Damn, you
hills.
thick.
yeah, a lot of yeah. You'd be regaining some of your HP and your channel divinities. Horace, you'd be regaining any of your abilities and your spell slots.
All
And
of it,
Charles
actually.
gets back his second wind and action surge and can use a hit dice if he so desires.
Wait, second wind and action surge are
Yep.
both short rest things?
Yep, short or long rest. It's
That's
crazy.
so dope.
Yeah,
Fighter kind of pog.
fighters benefit a lot from short rests.
I mean, they do be fighting.
They do be fighting.
Fighters, they do be fighting. More from Quest
Charles
for the
do
King.
be fighting, though.
Hot take from Social Interrolling. Fighters do be fighting.
Them fighters, they be fighting.
Mm. The Foo Fighters, they do be fighting Foo. You ever
I
actually
bet
listen? You ever listen to the Foo
if
Fighters? Actually, they kind of slap.
yeah,
No.
fighters if they were in modern day, they'd be playing Fruit Ninja when they were younger to practice their swing.
I don't think that directly correlates. Actually, I don't think Fruit Ninja skills correlate into sword technique.
Yes, they do. Oh yeah, what are they using then?
What did you say?
What are they using then? Huh?
I
Cut that
mean,
fruit.
to cut fruit. I mean, not their fingers like in Fruit Ninja. I'd say they'd be
All
actually.
right. Well, let's say we're moving on from this, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Why?
maybe not this one. Maybe not, maybe this one's a good one. Let's just take a moment of silence. Okay. Charles, is there anything you would like to do on your short rest in particular? Any recuperating actions you would like to do? Again, you can spend your hit die if you would like. You do have one left. Or if you want to save it, that's also fine.
I want to save it.
All right. Then that'll wrap up the mechanical side of the short rest. If there's any more roleplay you guys want to do before we move on, and I guess I can't make you move on. It's up to you guys, but just generally speaking, when the moving on happens.
Uh,
I'm going to I'm gonna keep on thinking about the hot girl.
Does Charles think I'm gonna keep thinking, I'm thinking about the hot girl, or is it just I'm thinking about the crazy person in my head?
Crazy person in my head.
Okay.
mm, question. Once I'm done weaving, once I'm done, repairing through the bloodstains, uh,
Mm.
Is Charles with his mace?
Yeah, he's probably got it out.
Yes.
Probably staring at it, stroking it, whispering sweet nothings to it.
Telling it a lullaby.
I'm gonna sidle over and be like,
Maybe,
so.
maybe he kisses it every now and then. Maybe
What does it taste like? You do kiss a little iron, maybe a little.
blood.
I smell pennies.
I
Why
smell pennies.
did you say that?
Well, yeah, blood has
His
a
blood smells like pennies.
blood. Yeah, blood has a coppery taste to it.
Yeah, and smell.
Doesn't taste like blood. It tastes like a
Yeah.
mace. I'm
Okay.
not talking about the mace taste anymore.
I think
Would
that you
you do
mean
a taste check? Do a little
Hey,
lick?
hey, Aiden. I think what you meant to say is I smell copper, because that's a currency in this video game.
I'm sorry. You know,
Oh.
whatever, Calvin.
Oh yeah,
Go go rub one out with your mace, alright, for all I care.
Ew. I don't want to imagine now. What I want to imagine rather is Bresh going up to Charles, being like, "So Charles, there's a church, a temple of some sort up the way, you know."
Yes, I heard. I
Yeah.
plan to get fixed up a bit then.
Yeah, to get fixed. That's good. That's good. The mace. What we were talking about it. The mace talked to me. Think whatever the mace is, it says that it may not be wise to say, hey, this mace is from a, servant of the hells and all that. Or you know what? Or it might be a good idea. Maybe they could, look at it a little bit. Maybe get a better idea of where it came from. Maybe you could let them look at it a little bit. What do you
You should
say?
get rid of your mace.
The horse actually say that?
Yeah,
No,
I can take it.
and
If you want.
also, Resh,
You have
I
no clue
was,
where Horace is. You can just hear him somewhere.
I'm just gonna yell. I don't know where he is, but just in a general direction where I think he might have come from.
First, I bet you.
But I'm gonna say, Resh, I actually, whenever, well, actually, I don't know what happened. Uh, but wait, what happened? I remember walking to the inn, and then there were people, and they tied us up.
Yes, we were walking
Uh,
back. We were walking back, and we were
You
going.
got
We were going back to talk to Morrigan in the Too Cool for Spool, and then you got grabbed by a Mister.
no. You also got dart in your neck. They knocked you the fuck out.
The true, you were dead asleep and being carried away by the big guy, and we were trying to rescue you, lad. You don't remember that? You don't remember being cradled like a wee babe, wee bairn
Yeah,
in
he
his
did. He
arms.
he was shoving your face and like your entire body against his naked bod, and he was like sweating on. It's kind of nasty.
Couple inches to the left, he would have been breastfeeding you.
Oh God,
I,
yeah.
I look at myself and I kind of like shake my hands in disgust.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his palms were really sweaty too, and he was just like holding you in them, pressing against his shirtless stomach. God, disgusting. Glad it wasn't me.
That's okay. You say you don't remember that, lad?
No, and I'm kind of glad I did it.
Well, what do you remember? You say you remember
I
going to
I
the
rem
too cute for a spool and then being tied up.
I
Is that it?
remember going into the too cool for school, and then my muscles burning, and then next thing I know, I'm getting tired.
Sounds like Saturday nights back home with some old flames of mine, eh? Eh? I'm gonna give him a little elbow. But all jokes aside, I think it might be best to get that checked out in case there's any residual effects of the poison in you. I can't really tell for now because I'm kind of tapped out of the dog does more powerful magic. So, how about we go to the church?
Your God doesn't. You don't get sim. You don't. I can't say simp, can I?
Yeah,
No.
that's Liam stuff. That's Liam stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. Shut up and say anything. Ignore me.
Alright. So, we're gonna go to the temple. They're gonna take a little look at the Masai. And then, they could also check you out for poison and whatnot. And, because the effects of some poisons might make you shake involuntarily or whatever, I think maybe it'd be a good idea to, let them hold on to a mace for a little bit when we get in there, right?
I think that's a bad idea.
What makes you say that, mate?
Uh, so I was about to say that whenever that period between going into school for school and getting tied up, I communicated with the mace again, but I actually saw them.
You saw
You can't
the.
see a mace, idiot.
Shush! Remember, the mace had some servant of the hills or whatever in there.
Wait, fuck, he does?
You didn't hear
Forgot
that?
about
Yes, it was an apostle of Asmodeus, right?
Ew.
Apostle is a weird word. She said she was one of the Aranyes, from the Nine Hells, which is the actual pronunciation. I did look it up.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
god damn it. It's a demonic mace. Makes sense, but demonic things suck. Well, nothing
And
against tieflings.
Yeah, that's like hyper racist.
Well, I mean, demonic objects, not demonic people. Tieflings are fine. Some of my best friends are nope.
I think
I know people are tieflings.
Horace, I know you probably get this a lot, but shut your mouth.
Rude.
It might be a good idea right now just to clam it a little bit before you get ahead of yourself.
Horace, you are being extremely rude.
Sorry.
So,
But
Charles, assuming this thing is from the hills, being associated with the hills is a dangerous game. And I feel like whatever
Yeah.
clerics are in that temple up there might be able to give you a little bit of advice of how to go forward with this, eh?
Demons are usually evil. Usually devils or whatever. There's a certain.
I'm a devil.
No, I guess not devil. Demon then. Yep, demon.
Point
I think.
is,
I know.
But that would apostle be a proper term? Or
Oh, I'm
no?
sorry, what did you say?
Would apostle be a proper term?
like the
for
hand,
this?
like the handmaids
No,
of
you were never told
Asmodeus.
apostle.
Uh, but Asmodeus was right.
Yes.
Okay.
She said she was one of the Aranyes that served closely to Asmodeus. Something along those lines. I don't remember my exact words, but that's what I'm going with.
But
Because that's what it is.
she essentially told me that her soul is in me.
Right. What do you
I
mean
have to be
by
right back.
that?
That sounds sexual.
This is not a tiefling thing, right? Like you're sounding way. This is beyond. I don't know that many tieflings, but that doesn't sound like something that's really a thing for you, is it?
It also sounds
Told
kind of
me.
sexual, bro.
Shut up, Horace. You're so stupid.
Hey, no need for that kind of language, eh?
You're basically saying she's inside you, which is kind of weird.
Stop.
All right, good. Trying to help.
So she said that she explained to me that, that's why I was a tiefling. So yes, it is a tiefling.
She's kind of this mace is kind of part of you, eh?
Yeah.
Well, given that that's something important, I think some advice from more scholarly servants of the divine than I would be of service. So how
I
about
don't think that clerics would be a huge, well,
I think they'd be a
going
great
to a
help.
typical monastery, going to them as a tiefling and a demonic mace would make up a great first impression.
Well,
Why
I
don't you
think
just
well,
why don't you just like take your soul back from her or whatever?
I I assume I die.
Well, no,
I don't
take
know
her
though.
soul. I mean, just take. I don't know.
Or I
Fill
think it's
you.
her soul, or is it Asmodeus' soul? I don't remember. It was
I mean,
it was
sounds
inside
kind.
my own head. which
But it
I'm not
sounds
used.
dangerous though to be attached to a weapon like that.
Right, that's why I think I'm not gonna say give your mace over to the clerics and let them deal with it. All I'm saying is get a little bit of their advice of how to go forward with this, given your situation. You understand what I mean, son?
As long as I don't have to give it to them, then yeah, I'm fine with them getting information on.
Well, if
All right, I'm
this
gonna drop
mace,
down at this point. Just gonna.
well, if
Yeah.
this mace is linked to you as strongly as whatever thing you're talking to said, it'd be dangerous
I
to
just
let
wanted to
you get
point out,
separated any more anyway.
you probably wouldn't have been able to have like a normal conversation unless you already got down from the tree because you were pretty high up.
Fine. I got out down earlier and.
Okay, I just wanted to, it's
Yeah.
fine. Like you can get down easily. It's just,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got down earlier, totally. It's
I'm
fine.
not saying that because it's honestly going to be probably more dangerous to separate you from the thing. All I'm saying is I'd rather you get a little context about how to handle the situation without giving yourself over to it. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Also, Charles, I will. Any decision you make, I'll go with you. All right. But I would appreciate if you just let me how do I put this? Not in a weird way. Follow you around.
Why? 'Cause
No,
why?
the mace. I mean, I'm the one who asked you to take the mace, right?
That
Think of
is
me as
true.
a
If this is
as a benefactor who helped you find your soul. I just want to keep an eye on the mace.
you know what, Horace? That's a very good point. Actually,
Exactly.
why
You are
don't you
indebted to me,
why
so
don't
just
why don't you tell us what your interest for the mace is? We know that Charles has an invested interest given the fact that his soul is feckin' in it. Why don't you tell us a
hey,
little bit about why you're so obsessed with this mace, eh?
uh-oh.
all right. I promise I
We
won't
turned the
lie to you.
conversation around on you.
All right. I am not that interested in the mace, but I still need to keep an eye on it. Like I am, but I'm not the one. Someone else is. Um, yeah.
Someone else. You mind? Is this what you were talking about with clerics versus warlocks? And is this part of your little
No, shut up.
agreement?
God, you don't know anything. It's part of a. You wouldn't understand.
You're right. I
I
probably
think
wouldn't. But hey,
I,
I'm a quick
I think that
learner.
I'm most certainly capable of understanding if you would just tell us.
You're not able now.
I mean, I may not be smart, but I ain't dumb, lad.
It's not. No, I'm not allowed to tell.
What do you mean not allowed?
You're in the
We'll
middle
go
of the
against.
forest.
What your ma's gonna give you a wee
No,
spank?
no. It would go against the purpose of doing. You see, you don't. I can't, and I can't explain it, or else then I'm gonna go over here.
I just want to point out, I never told you that you can't. This is just all you. I don't know if you, this is, I
I
don't know if
know,
you thought. Okay,
I
cool.
know.
I don't know if you thought that you couldn't. I just wanted to clarify.
This is the hill he's dying on now.
He's gonna go over in the corner and whisper.
And sulk.
No, he's gonna think whether if he's allowed to tell him or not, and then contemplate. Because he thought he can't, but then he's gonna think about it.
Right.
Just gonna keep thinking about it.
Well, I'm gonna put my hand on Charles's shoulder. Let him soak a little, lad. How about you pack up your stuff, get your armor back on, and we can get going. You need any? Are you sure you don't want any repairs on anything? I mean, I got the
I would
tools.
love my clothing to be fixed. It's quite roughed up.
Well, let's take a look. I got a few bits of some thread here. Don't know if it's gonna help with your refinery though. Let me take a look at it, lad. What kind of clothing is he wearing?
He's wearing
Like what material?
clothing that's a lot better than anything you've ever seen. However, I'll leave it up to Charles to describe that.
Oh, I don't know what's nice.
I
Silk,
mean,
satin,
noble
velvet.
clothing is normally, it's made of a very nice material. They like it to be puffy. They
Uh,
have
sometimes it has embroidery, but like satin, velvet, silk is a big thing in warmer climates. Sometimes cotton, but definitely embroidery is a thing, especially with like if you're not embroidered with like gems, maybe like again, I know that beetle wings or beetle carapaces were the thing in like the Victorian period because they were like really iridescent. But something that's like decorated so that it's not just a piece of material you put to keep yourself warm, you know. And also the shapes and the pleats and stuff are also important because it gives the clothing texture outside of just being a square with holes on it. So that's up to you to decide.
So got a fitted uh dark blue shirt, darker than my skin. It's more of like a navy blue almost. Um, with a little collar, flares up behind my neck, and I've got little white buttons going up my shirt, and then and it's a long sleeve.
Mm.
I'm gonna walk back over to the group.
So you say the material is made of what?
Silk.
Aye, lad. Gonna be a wee bit honest with you. I'm a little bit. I don't think I can really deal with this right here. Silk, you need a certain kind of thread to keep it together without ripping the silk fibers. I don't have any silken thread on me. All I've got is a little bit of hemp, a little bit cotton and wool. I got some cotton twine and wool yarn. I could maybe be able to maybe put a patch on it, but it might ruin some of the craftsmanship.
I prefer to get it done by someone who knows what they're doing.
I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I also know that what I have on me isn't going to be useful here. Maybe if we pick up something on town, I can help you out.
Okay.
All right, guys. I thought about it.
The sulker is back.
I wasn't sulking. I was thinking it through. Now, as long as you don't tell anyone, thought about it, and it could be of assistance to me if we work together.
I mean, I'm pretty
Sure.
sure we've crossed that
And
bridge, lad.
no, what I mean is okay, so
No, that's
So-
entirely on brand for him to not think that you're working together. That's just really funny.
And Bresh is immediately like, oh, what do you mean? Of course we are.
what I mean is, more working together on a more not permanent, long-lasting level. So it might be a bit more beneficial if I told you. That way, it's not confusing what's going on, and I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say, maybe. You don't, besides Charles, you don't seem that important overall, and the way we're not important as in.
Oh, thanks for that, lad.
No,
Feel
you'll
really
make
good
sense. It'll
about
make sense.
myself, you fucking prick.
No, you'll understand. You'll understand. So,
I don't mean
my,
anything by it, lad. I know what you're talking about.
uh, so my patron, I'm a warlock.
Oh, no shite.
Yeah, you probably never knew. But my patron is a time god.
Aye.
And yeah, so I preserve the timeline, or try to help. Whether it's gathering information, trying to figure out like rifts of like where the temporal distortions are. And this mace was sometimes I don't know everything because I can't. But I was told to go find that mace and make sure it doesn't show up at Sonny Malos. So I asked for a little assistance raiding the warehouse. But since he's tied to that mace, and it's fine if he goes Sonny Malice now. I just have to stay with the mace is my new orders. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Let me get this straight, lad. So apparently this mace has something all fucky wucky with the future or something like that, or the timeline or whatever you say. And
Yeah,
therefore
something.
your good, as you say, that you serve decided, hey, I need you to take a little look at that. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Babysit that mace.
Well, no, now it's just keep an eye on it. It could be like it leads up to something, or it's not from this time, or wasn't supposed to. I don't know. That's kind of really want to know that stuff. It's on like a need to know basis. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess so. Although I do appreciate you coming forward with that, lad. It does help us. Gets me a little bit more at ease about what this all is about.
Yeah. With by not important, I mean you are from a pretty seems not cut off, but not really well known, well traveled, like
I
this
prefer
more
self-sufficient.
self sufficient place, home, village. Is it village? Well, anyways, it's
I'm surprised you even asked.
so yeah. You probably won't be making huge ripples if I tell you. Long, yeah. I don't know about Charles though, but I'm guessing since his soul's entwined with it, uh,
You also
probably fine.
forget that he is the nephew of the feckin' king of Kunya.
Yeah, so that's he holds a lot of weight. Probably why he was this with the mace and him having it. That's and the weight of something could happen, something happening. Definitely could see the reason why there could be a ripple or distortion or something wrong. So yep, that's what I'm doing.
Interesting.
That's one word for it, I'll tell you that. This whole situation being interesting. Well, day that's wasting, and I do not fancy being out in these woods any bit more in case any more beasties or bandits show up. What say we get back on the road? There's a dirt track to our left a little bit that we could. Did they say the temple was over there?
I
Probably.
believe so.
Let's head over there. I'm gonna pack back up, get my armor back on, and avoid this crick in my back that's gonna last the next week. I knew it.
I'm gonna leave my armor behind.
Hey, suit
That's
yourself, lad. And I'm going to get back on my chainmail, get my shield on my pack, and I'm gonna wrap back up, get everything on, get my gloves back on and wrapped up with my little wool wrappings.
All right. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and don all your equipment and begin heading out towards that dirt path. Walking past, a couple horse-drawn carriages, you see a larger caravan heading out of Starport, actually, as you enter to Graveshire, entering onto that little dirt road on the side. You see what looks like a massive graveyard. It actually says a sign that says Graveshire on the road. Once you get about halfway down, maybe right about here. We won't put your tokens down just because they're not really going to be relevant, but
Just a little
you
bit of a
see
reference.
it's what?
I was gonna say, like, you say we did have to put our tokens down?
No, you don't have to.
Okay. Cool.
It's not really going to be relevant.
Okay.
Again, this graveyard seems to go out for, I'm not going to say miles, but it goes out for a while. There's a lot of graves all over the place, and it's full. And you can see it looks like there are a few people moving between them. And you see over the church is a massive symbol of a skeletal hand holding up what looks like a merchant scale.
I
And I
would
will go ahead and
I would like to
I
do a
can
religion
paste
check
that.
to know if this is a deity that I am familiar with. More for the sense
Go
of
ahead.
like, is this deity associated with, I don't know, like if generally servants, like, I'm assuming it's some kind of psychopomp deity of some kind that, like, travels dead or whatever. But generally, uh,
This is the icon, by the way. I just
cool.
slapped it down. The
But generally, I'd like to know, um, is this deity more of
so
just like a neutral death god, or is it like a death cult thing of like death is a good thing? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to get for? Of
no,
like,
I understand. You're looking for alignment, essentially.
yeah, kind of. That's one way to put it. I think that's actually pretty accurate, actually.
Uh, one second. Let me go actually find that.
Basically, because I've heard of like
Um,
some of the older Scotty, like
because
worshipping gods of like murder or war, which are kind of
this
cringe.
deity is extremely widespread.
Oh,
Um, it is very large. You know that the name of the god is Kelemvor, god of the dead.
hmm.
However, I would say I want to find the list that I had. Oh, here it is. Epic. Very good to see. Kelemvor is the god of the dead. I believe Kelemvor's main alignment is neutral. There's no chaos or law really. It is simply death is death, and it is inevitable.
Cool, makes sense. In that case, I am put at ease by that. So, oh, sorry. I am going to uh walk towards the church a little bit, and I would like to keep my eyes peeled for any graves that are recently disturbed, given the fact that there's a skelly running around everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah, I think that'd be more sense
Alright,
because I'm
cool.
scanning rather than like investigating tombs. Like, this
Hmm.
soil has been spread 2 inches to the left. I'm just kind of scanning.
You see him, Horus snipes him, he dies.
Bruh.
It looks
I'm really good at sniping.
pretty normal.
Okay.
All of the graves seem to be very neat and orderly in their thing. You know, all of the tombstones lining them as well. You see a few people moving about in these silver and black robes. Not really black, more like a dark gray and silver robes.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of moving about the graves. And you do see a person come out, a humanoid figure. It is a Loxodon, which
Oh
is fucking
god.
crazy. You've never seen one of these. Um, as they approach you, you can't really get a read on gender because it's a big fucking elephant and a bunch of robes, and they say, "Hello, welcome to Graveshire."
Hey, great to be here. My name's Bresh, and I don't know if you could tell by our everything, but we're in a wee bit of a pickle. Could we take a
I
little
see.
bit of shelter in your church just to rest, pray, recuperate a little bit? We're travelers and we've had a little bit of a bad way of it.
They close their eyes and then nod as they turn around and then push open these massive church doors. And
Mm.
as you enter, it's more like a cathedral, really. It is a massive building. It's the only really building you've seen here. Hundreds of feet long, very wide. The stained glass that sort of lines the walls and the back is all tinted these like dark, cool colors of like blues and a lot of different grays and whites, um, depicting, it's a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
It's if you want to like get a better read on it, maybe a religion check. But also, I would say the only person that's probably I don't think any of you have really ever been in one of these before, so it's sort of weird. It's like a different type of it's like a mix of religion and history. It's like religious history, so it's like an odd situation there. Um, but the
Oh,
Loxodon leads you along, sort of strutting past these, rows of pews, and they sit down on one very close, and then they say, "Please take a seat. You look hurt. Can I help?"
That's a pretty accurate assessment, Doc. And I am going to put my pack down. I am going to clip off my little pewter cauldron as I
I'm
take
gonna.
off my armor.
Sorry, I have to go really quickly. I'm gonna be right back. It should just be like 5 minutes.
Yep, go ahead. Can I go to poggers in chat? Everyone, spam grapefruit technique.
Tigers. Oh, birds.
Spam the grapefruit technique while he's gone. Play
How about
air
you
to
make it yourself? Make the noise.
play air to the cum throne.
No, no, no. Make the noise yourself. Nick, are you saying you can't even make the noise yourself?
I'm not gonna, cause it's gross.
Keith is just gonna be watching or listening to make sure there are no errors, and then he's just gonna hear this little section where it's a bunch of angel grapefruit technique.
Yep.
Heir to the cum throne.
There's
I want to watch this video.
another-
What does this look like?
There's one more grapefruit technique, and then it's heir to the cum throne time.
It was a mistake to come here. Your cum sucks dick. A splash of cum to seal the deal. Council of cum.
Oh yeah, baby, it's time.
All-consuming Lord of cum.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
Of the cum
Yeah.
throne.
Yeah.
Swallow your rod. Cum suck God. Cum Messiah. Give me the cum scar. Tight
Oh
fuck.
god, music video.
I personally,
Wet is your
this is I use this as my workout music.
Shut the fuck up, nerd. Pub dunked by my white fat cock.
The maker of this, I want them to be my friend.
Cum. I actually
I don't think you do, honestly.
tired
I think I do.
of nerd pussy.
This person knows what art is, just like I do. Look at my profile picture.
And I crush dudes.
Shut up. I hate this.
Aiden, you know I'm an artist, right?
Making this much cum ain't easy. Execution by excessive cum. You gonna get pounded and creamed. Russian roulette with a cum gun. You got one sick dick, bitch. Cum drooling, moaning slut.
What the fuck am I watching?
In my butt. Suck my big
You think I
fat
fucking
fuck.
know?
ball sack.
Alright, you did it. Calvin, what'd you ask?
Oh, you know I'm an artist, right?
No, good one. JK, you are.
Yeah. Do you know?
Art is subjective.
Yeah, and mine is good.
Just like personalities. Some just seem better than others.
Yeah, and mine is better than others.
Yeah,
jamming.
very opposite to your personality.
You're calm. You're calm.
I'm joking, Calvin.
You're calm. You're calm. You're calm.
Stop the
You're calm. You're
commotion.
calm. You're calm.
You're
You're calm.
calm.
You're calm.
Then
You're
I
calm.
I hate that line.
Okay, I have a question, Nick. When he says death execution by excessive cum, is the person who's being executed gonna come excessively, or are they gonna die by people excessively coming on
I
them
think they're
or
gonna
coming in
die.
them?
I think they're gonna die. People excessively coming on them. That's honestly that's my.
Is it coming
interpretation.
on them or coming in them?
It could be both. You know,
Oh, at the same time,
cum is a very versatile.
mechanic.
Yeah, it's a
God,
very
I feel so
versatile
bad for
fluid.
Keith. He's gonna go through this and make sure to find the place where he needs it to stop.
Why don't we just leave it in?
No, I'm absolutely.
Oh,
not-
God.
I'm not gonna do that, dude.
Everyone likes a little cum.
You.
I'm not, dude. I'm not gonna.
Listen, guys like coming. Everyone who doesn't like coming. Some people, yeah.
Asexual people, I don't think enjoy coming.
Exactly. Some people. Some people. But it gives you dopamine.
Why double jointed pussy? I don't get that line.
I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Like the pussy
Yeah, I-
isn't double jointed, but like the person is.
Is it calling like someone a double pussy, like double jointed pussy, as in like a pussy, as in
No,
like
no, no,
coward?
no, no, as in like the woman that you're fucking is double jointed, so she's flexible, and that's a good thing.
Oh, that's what they meant. Oh. You see, you know a lot more about this subject area than I do.
I mean, marginally. Listen, man, the idea of like weird cum things, that's a whole nother fucking ball game compared to what I'm used to, honestly.
Yeah, but you seem experienced in the field of cum.
I hate that that has become something that you can say about me. I hate this.
Alright,
I
I'll shut
hate
up.
this bit.
Alright, I knew that was horrible.
cum spunk.
Toddler, cum drippin' cunt, cummy Ray Jespin,
No.
Come me maybe.
cummy bottom boy, night of the living cum, nefarious.
Night of the living cum.
Makes me fearless.
Terrifying. God, imagine meeting that guy in like our D&D campaign.
Night of the living cum.
Oh God.
Bazinga, chug the cum, fuck your mom.
Pump oozes from his sword, from his armor.
3 little words. Get fucked, nerd. Cum stuffer. Jacob Huffer. Fuck my cum puddle. Bottom stuffer. Semen huffer. Would love a gator to fuck me. Undercooked
I
Whoa!
honestly like welcome to the cum
Would
zone
love a
better than
gator
air
to
to the
fuck
cum.
me? What is that?
boner. Water bomb full of cat cum. Accidental
Water bottle full of cat cum?
ass. I
Oh, hey Keith.
Keith, help! They're talking about cum.
who ate all my
Okay,
Damn.
good. I'm
It was for
glad.
like 5 minutes, and then the cum started to sink in,
Uh-huh.
soak in even.
Soak in even.
Remember, it's better. Wait.
It's better to come in the sink than sink in the cum.
Oh no.
Oh, I hate that one.
The original time I saw that it was a Master Chief voice synthesizer, so I just heard him say, "It's better to sink in the, it's better to come in the sink than sink in the cum." It's really funny.
That's so
So-
terrible.
And then the Doom and then E1M1 started playing.
It's very true. It's very true, though.
All right, so here I go.
I'm gonna.
The
Yeah,
lockdown person was like chilling with you guys,
yeah,
and they were like, "Hey,
yeah.
you need help," and then you were like, "Yes, we do."
Yeah, like, yeah. I appreciate your prognosis, Doc. You mind if I call you Doc? What's your name, lad?
My name is Karth.
Karth. We've had a little bit of a rough way with it. I don't know if you could tell, but we've been beaten to shite and back. Appreciate you taking us in a little bit. You mind letting us recover a little bit? If you have
Yes.
any, you know,
I can help you.
painkillers or just it's a place where we can rest. I'm a cleric myself, and I might be able to
Mhm.
help us recover a little bit to get back on the road if you let me have some shelter
Well,
in here for the night.
Under Kelemvor's blessing, I believe I may help you. One moment. And they're going to cast Mass Cure Wounds. They're going
Oh
to
my
choose you
God.
3, which will be 3d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So you're all going to heal 15 HP.
Holy pause.
I'm about
as
to
a
fall.
soothing, sort of chilling light washes over all of you, and all of your wounds are gone.
Wait, is it? Can we overheal?
No.
Holy pog, this guy's so cool.
In all my years, I have never seen healing like that. Hey, maybe from Grandpa
They-
Lorcan, but
They give a small bow, and they say, "It is the least I can do for one such as yourself on a holy journey."
He-
I love this guy, bro.
holy journey. I'm just trying to help out my family. I wouldn't call that super noble. Just trying to do its best. Going to at least living by the dog does principles.
Oh no!
Oops.
You mentioned a different god. Time for you guys to fight it out in theological combat.
I didn't mean to do the second one, but the first one. Are you from Gaelish?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could tell by my everything. But yeah, I'm from the free peoples. I've got a small clan.
Your land is ravaged by war.
Yes.
It is sad to see so much life brought to an end, as
Yes.
is the way of war. And
Life
they
is
close
a
their eyes again into a solemn expression.
yes,
Thank
life
you.
is a precious thing. And even though we've had a rough go of it and we've had to fight for our lives, Sometimes it's easy to lose track of how precious it is, and don't mind me, I'm just an old man doing a little ramble.
Thank you very
And
much for.
the humanoid, locks it on, nods again, and then they say, "Whenever respite be needed, you are welcome here. Graveshire is not a place those who are adventuring come to visit, but we can offer respite and healing if the need is dire."
And dire it is! Well, we are gonna thank you kindly. You got any, if you don't mind me asking, you got any food?
Yes, one moment. And then they're going to walk back to one of the other people, sort of walking about this cathedral. Their clothes are again these long, sort of dark gray, black clothes or robes, looking very sort of fancy and very clean, with little silver like lines through them, and like stripes. And then all of them have the symbol of that's on the church on their back, the skeletal hand holding up the merchant scale. Uh, and then the Loxodon, sort of says something to them. They're a bit far away for you to hear, and then they nod and then begin walking away. And then your food will arrive shortly. We have rations to prepare you for the next week of travel.
Oh,
I
that
will be leaving now.
that's more than I would ask for from you. I was just thinking of just a little bit to tide my stomach over before we get on the way, but I'm not gonna turn down such a generous offer.
Yeah, and then they wave their sort of like elephant hand, and then they nod. Elenvor be with you, friends. And then they're gonna walk away.
What an
Uh,
awesome dude,
Do
bro,
I
pal.
do I see where they go to when they walk away?
Yes. They walk almost directly away from you, up like a little like sort of not like ramp. It's just a couple steps that leads to where it's like where a speaker would stand. And then behind that, there's a large double door. They push that open and then close it behind them.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna keep note of that.
This guy is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to uh just enjoy the healing I just got, and I am going to stand up and I'm just gonna walk like through the like this big hall and just admire how
It's
huge this place is.
it's almost a feeling of like liminal space. The way that this area is such massive, beautiful stone architecture, that spans for many heads above you. It's probably the biggest building you've ever seen, and it's beautiful. The stained glass is made in such a way that when the light sort of reflects in, it only reflects in like beams of sunlight as opposed to the full bearing, making it almost seem like dusk, which sort of adds to the element of this sort of uh, low energy sort of environment.
Beautiful.
Uh, uh, are there any? So I see them wearing like simple like gray and like white robes, right? Um, are there any like do they have any like belts or like anything that like just holds them up, just like a little tie or something like that?
Yes, they have what look like sort of like how like bath or bedrobes have. They have a thin like sort of strap of cloth going around their waist that is tied.
All right. I'm gonna take out that scimitar I took from the bandit captain. Uh, I am going to first off, I am going to take off the feather, and I'm going to try and dingle myself another feather earring. Uh, to add to my little
Right.
collection of 4 feather earrings. Uh, and then I'm going to just hold the scimitar, not like in a defense position, just holding it in my hands. And I'm gonna go up to Charles, and Horace gonna be like, "Alright, lads, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna be heading up to talk to the big man, seeing what our accommodations are gonna look like. I'll be back a little shortly." And I'm gonna
Alright.
give him a little shoulder slap, and I'm gonna go through those double doors.
I'm gonna be laying on a bench, just sleeping or
All right.
napping.
Yeah. No. I mean, if you want, this wouldn't be a very long time. I don't know if you'd be able to get to sleep, but yeah, you could just sort of lay there for a little while. Charles, is there anything you want to do, or are you just
I'm just gonna be mesmerized by this, well, cathedral.
Yeah.
It's
You
might be
have
big, but
you've seen the church at Vidmas, and it is large, like to this size, but you've never been in it. You've always seen it from a distance in the castle, maybe on the higher floors. And it is, if all churches are like this, you want to be in more of them. It's beautiful.
oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna walk around and point out things that are particularly cool. The stained
Yeah.
glass, perhaps the lighting of the room, the nice wooden benches. All of it's just amazing.
Indeed.
Although I might be born into, royalty and I'm used to things that are nice, it's not like this, This is almost it. The castle is always busy with all the things going
Mhm.
important on every day. But here, it's important, but on a more, well, on a different level, Kind of what Charles is thinking about.
And what would you be doing, Nick?
Alright, so I'm going to have this little scimitar in my hand. I'm going to go through those double doors. And I'm a little bit disquieted by how quiet it is and how the stone is just cold. Even though, like, it's beautiful stuff and beautiful architecture, it doesn't feel as, I don't know, alive. So I'm looking for to see if there's any, like, bird nests roosting in the rafters or something that's a little bit more familiar to me. Admiring, like, maybe some moss overgrowth or just taking as I
So are you going
walk.
outside?
So I'm going to be like walking up towards those double doors to figure out like where that Loxodon went. But along the way I want to see if there's anything like within that is like a little fingernail of Mother Nature that's managed
Yeah.
to crawl its way in here. If at all.
Roll a perception check for me.
What's that?
Roll a perception check for me.
Okay. 8.
Yeah. It is.
Sterile.
I wouldn't necessarily say sterile. It's not, perfectly shimmering clean. It's just
Yeah.
it's beautifully designed in such a way that makes it difficult to really point out anywhere that you find Mother Nature.
Yeah. That's what I
And I'm gonna
figured.
be right back.
Okay.
Right. As Brash is walking towards it, I don't know. I assume Horace is just like sitting at the bench.
No, I'm laying down on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
while
hold
Keith's
on.
gone, we could probably do some roleplay, honestly. If it's not like super like intense.
He's just laying down, eyes closed, arms on his head, kind of like just on his head, chilling. Got a little shut eye.
Okay, so I'm gonna call back to Horace as he's laying down. So I'm gonna call back to Horace, while looking around and say, Horace hello.
All right, cool. I'm back. Sorry, I just wanted to point out.
Say, Horace, isn't this place, well, outstanding?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I'm surprised they're not more walking around a bit,
Uh,
especially
seen
considering you might not be at used to places as nice as I am.
no, I've seen nice places, big buildings, big old buildings.
Ah,
Over in Solly Malice, there's a lot of weird stuff, old stuff.
I see.
In
And
Solly Malice, there's this giant yellow triangle. Um, that's like in this giant glass rock. It's in the center of town. It's guarded, but it's really cool looking. Some other stuff. It's a nice building, really nice.
oh, okay, so I need to be right back and take Nina out. Sorry.
That's all right.
Holy coom. Can't believe it. JK, it's fine.
Yeah. So
Horace has no appreciation for arts or anything that looks really nice.
we can go back to Gresh.
Yeah.
And Gresh, so you walk up to these large double doors, and I assume you got to push them open,
Yeah.
as you saw the Loxodon do. And it opens to another large room, but like after what you've seen, it looks minuscule. It looks a lot smaller. Um, and inside is a lot of it looks to be a lot of tables and a lot of paper, like paperwork. It looks at a lot of parchment. Um, littered about, and you do see the Loxodon standing, looking over what looks to be another one of the churchgoers in the same black robes, sort of sitting down, looking over things. And the Loxodon has their sort of their hands like clasped around their front at their waist as they're looking down, and you can see them muttering. But as they look up to you, um, they walk over and a bit slowly. Everything that this person does, they move slowly.
Hey, Karth, is it?
Yes. What is it?
So, I've come to thinking a little bit. You know, uh, how it is back home, you know. I've got my own home, and if people come and mess with it, I fight back, you know, kind of simple enough. Uh, my family's in danger, I make sure to take care of it, all good stuff. A little bit more complicated out here, and I'm all for, I guess, trying to preserve life, given that I know firsthand how fragile it is. And I'm a little bit of a quandary with these two bumpkins I'm troddling around with, where they don't have many qualms about it as I do, and one of them has something that's making him a little bit off the deep end. Well, that by that I mean he's got something inside him that makes him really want to kill things, and I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't, you know, take it off the deep end. Cause yeah, having to know how to handle yourself in a scrap is all good and all, but there's a balance. And so I was looking, you know, since you deal with death of all forms and causes and stuff every day, that you'd have a little bit of an insight of how to not exactly numb yourself to it, but accept it without getting heartbroken. You know, like this, and I like just hold out the scimitar a little bit. Scimitar came from a bandit leader, you know, bad guy. Had a little gang that had stopped us on the road. We had to take care of him, and you know, I tried to get some of his lackeys to run away to find new lives. Maybe, you know, fuck off from the crime and all that to maybe go be ranchers or whatever. But you know, my friends took care of that, made sure that didn't happen. But this guy, he just used other people as like his tools, and reminds me of the of the Gaelic Republic back home and all, and I thought maybe if I went somewhere else I could find people that were more like me rather than more like them. I just like a little ray of hope from you about uh, if all this death and everything is all worth it in the end, you know. Because I'm trying to make life better for my family, but it's hard when you're scraping by having to hack your way through anything you come across.
The the person sort of stands there for a moment and looks you in the eyes, and your questions, and assuming you look back,
Mm-hmm.
their eyes are full of this deep well of wisdom. You couldn't, you've never met a person that looks like this, but it is clear that they have experienced much, and they're, even though you can't really get a look at facial features because the trunk, and like it's hard for them to make facial features, you
He's
can tell
got,
just by
oh
the
yeah,
way
he's
that
got
they're
a lot of
looking
junk in the
at you.
trunk, dude.
Just by the way that they're looking at you, it's clear that it is reflected in their eyes that they are, a very wise individual, and they've been nodding through your story as you've been going, and they finally take a deep breath to speak, and they say, "I understand your pain. If it is true that something is possessing your companion with the desire to kill, I may look into helping you with that and seeing as to what could be presenting this issue. But other than that, you have asked me if your effort is being put to good use, yes? If what you are doing is worth the outcome. And I do not believe I can make a decision on that.
Well, guess we'll have
Every
to wait and see,
being
eh?
has a different reason to do something. And if your end is satisfactory, and that is the end you should fuck. That is the end you should seek.
I guess so. It's just trying to trundle along, trying to figure out. All right, well, let's see if I can get people to figure out. Hey, there's a bunch of clans, not just my own, but clans all over Gaelish that are suffering from pricks who think they're better than everyone else, and no one, seems to listen. And I'm just trying to. I don't want them. I don't want to force them to listen. And sometimes that may be easier, but I know that's not the way to go. And I have to beat my way to people who can even spare me an ear. It's no worries. You know what? I probably shouldn't have come here. I should have just taken the food and been on my way. But honestly, I appreciate you at least giving me an ear. I mean, it seems you have plenty of ear to spare, eh? And I give him a little shove.
Um,
It's funny because
and then
you got big ear. You know what? Never mind.
I understand. Now, is there anything else?
nothing that I don't think you've already tried to answer, honestly. I think it'll just, I'll go back down to my friends and we'll wait for some food, I guess.
You are wise beyond your years, human. The the thought of doing something without force is a rare one. And then again, they do that small sort of like, more like deep nod than a bow, I suppose, but close. And
Sure.
they turn around again.
Alright, I am going to turn around, I'm gonna head back, and I am going to sit at one of the pews, or whatever. I'm just gonna sit at them, and I'm gonna take off my headband, and I'm just gonna, like, basically, like, stress unweave and weave it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about
Yeah,
things.
you could go sit next to Horace, who's just got like fucking a leg propped up on the back,
Yeah.
on like the backboard, just fucking like splayed out on the side of one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna unweave and weave. I'm just gonna think about, you know, me ma, me pa. I'm gonna think about Sean and about little Deirdre and just my whole fam, and members of my family that aren't here anymore. And just think a little bit. That's all.
All right. Calvin, are you back?
Damn. Damn,
Calvin.
he's not back yet.
Son of a bitch. Fucking useless, the son of a bitch.
Well, that's fine because when you get back, you do see Horace, who was laying just like on one of the benches. Again, I just imagine him with like just not at all being respectful.
Oh no, he's
fucking-
just vibing.
He's not. He's just chilling.
He's like
They
he's
said-
like a kid on their bed where they're like laying down on the floor, but they have like their legs propped up like on the bed.
Yeah.
He's just like laying on the stone floor. He's got his legs
Oh.
like draped over the backboard of the pew.
Oh, bish, I've been there.
Yeah. And as you walk up to go like sit next to him and then like take off your headband, you see Charles sort of walking around, starry-eyed at the architecture and just these surroundings.
Mm.
As the woman that the Loxodon originally talks to, the womanly figure walks up to you, and she has a sort of like pouch, like a backpack almost, but it doesn't have a bunch of pockets. It's just like a large sack. And she walks up, struggling to hold it, and she sets it down. She says, "This is what the priest said to give you. This should be sufficient. You should look through it first just to make sure, but this should be a week's worth of food for you. Three?
I can't thank you kindly
right.
enough, lass. Lads, any of you got any food allergies? You know, I had my, my wee sister. She's allergic to tree nuts, you know. So, I just want to make sure none of y'all are gonna have any sort of issue here.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Alright. And so I'm just gonna, do a little bit of banter to distract myself from, conversation. And I'm gonna be, going through the food a little bit, and I'm gonna, is there any cheese?
There is cheese. It's a lot of dryable and preservable things.
Cool, what kind of cheese is it? Is it like a hard cheese? Is it like a soft cheese?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Everything here is like tough, very very obviously meant to be filling, but not necessarily enjoyable.
Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of the tough cheese, and I'm just gonna like get a little nibble of it and be like, yeah, this is something to be grated over some veggies or put over a fire. This isn't something to, alright. Just gonna, I'm a man who appreciates good dairy. I'm sorry.
We'll walk up to
I like some good cheese.
Rest.
Yeah, and you just like slide off
Right.
of the pew and then get up. I just imagine you acting like a bored child right now. I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
like
just-
you're
it's
like
the only
you're
way
like
I
those
can
fucking
view it.
Horse is kind of
you're like
bored.
those 6-year-olds at church, like like if you have Catholic parents and like
You're
they bring
just
you to
like
mass.
bored. You're just like,
Like
bleh.
it's so reverent, like you don't dare like speak or like or like cut up anything, but you're like sitting around your seat and you're like playing with the little the folders they give you, and like you're just like, oh, I want to go
And then, you know,
home.
it sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Dude, I had Catholic parents. I can tell you this is 100% from
Yeah,
experience.
I don't have Catholic parents, but when I was younger,
Sandy, stop.
they took me to church to see if I liked it. They aren't religious, but they want to try it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember one time we had to eat an apple in front of a bunch of people, and I ate it, and it was really sour. It was a green apple, and I thought it was really sour, and I was trying not to make like the sour face. It was like, give me a slice of apple, and I was like,
Oh, no.
I'm done.
Oh, Calvin's
All
not
right.
sour.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, as you come back to your senses, Charles, from just being lost in this, you see Bresh and Horace are sitting in front of a sack that is presumably has food in it. As you see Bresh pull a little piece of cheese out and start nibbling on it.
Hey, Brush, you want to see a cool magic trick?
maybe outside. I think, and I just look
All
around.
right,
I've,
all right,
I've,
all right.
I've seen, tree groves where I know the gods dwell, and this is just
No,
big
no.
stone trees.
I know, but like,
I think it'd be
This is a
nice
cool-
if we.
I think it'd be pretty cool trick, pass time, you know?
Yeah, I think we head outside a little bit, and then we can go back in for
Alright.
dinner.
All right, okay.
Okay,
Just
so I'm
humor me real quick. So close your eyes, and when I tell you open them, notice the difference.
Horace,
Look at me. You get me?
Horace, I do not trust this. I feel like I'm gonna get my pants pulled down.
I'm not gonna pull down your pants. No, trust me.
I
Although-
okay. Listen, I need you to give me either like a perception or deception check, because there's no way I trust this man. I want to roll insight on whatever he's doing.
Yeah, so I'll allow you to roll inside, but he can't roll against you. It's more like you can roll if you
All
would
right,
like.
is
You can go
this
ahead.
is he like snickering to himself? I want to make sure. Is this guy fucking with me?
He looks
Well,
really
see,
bored.
So, yeah, Horace just is masked with an emotion that can only be described as just an abstract boredom. He has no clue what's happening. He doesn't really care. He's not caring to care. He is just fucking wants to do something.
Alright.
Jesus, this is so boring.
All right, I'll humor you, lad.
All right, when
Alright,
he closes his eyes, I'm gonna change my hair color to red and just
I'm
it's
going
magic.
to close my eyes. I'm gonna say this reminds me of little Dougal, little prick. Friggin' yeah.
Yeah,
Go
Charles,
around, can't
Charles,
sit-
you're just standing behind them, and you just see his fucking hair color change to red.
Can't sit still when he waits for dinner.
All right,
Oh,
open your eyes. Open your eyes.
They. Oh, what? Huh? Do a little home
Cool
impro-
magic, right?
Gonna do a little home improvement.
Yeah.
Uh, I is this the kind of magic that made you slip out of those binds?
Oh yeah. It's a warlock. It's a cool warlock spell that allows me to change myself around. Warlocks are pretty cool, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm not
Pretty cool
sure.
feature.
Sure,
Okay.
they're kind of cool. I never said they weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
I never said they weren't cool. You don't
Well-
necessarily have to prove it to me.
Yeah, just more like my patron's pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you-
Charles is
you-
gonna walk.
Are you?
He looks kind of
Excuse
smug
me, my
and
lad.
bored.
Are you trying to proselytize to me?
No, I don't even know what that word means.
Trying to convert me, son?
No. I don't think my God wants to be is into converting.
Oh, okay.
don't
So
think
now,
so.
so you're just showing off like a little child, eh?
Shut up. God,
I'm just
trying
funning.
to.
I'm
Hey,
just funning you, lad. It's kind of cool.
Charles,
Yeah.
roll up.
Hey,
Actually,
I
never
want
mind. Charles, call Hilo.
I want to walk over after seeing
Just
this
really
magic
quickly
trick.
before this. Just really quickly before this. Call Hilo.
Well.
Okay.
I want to walk over and say, "So, you're doing magic tricks?"
Yeah. I'm showing him my cool hair trick. What do you think?
I think it's quite neat. Would you like to see mine?
Sure.
Okay, close your eyes. And I've got
Oh,
a big
all right.
smile on my face.
All right. I smile, closing my eyes.
Brash, you like take a step back. You don't want to be between.
Yeah,
them.
I'm gonna fuck
No.
off real quick, eh?
No, you two. Look, you can stand as far away from me as you want, but I want you both to participate.
All right.
I
I'm closing
don't.
my eyes.
Honestly, I'm a little bit concerned.
That's all in good fun.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I think your definition of fun is different than mine, lad.
No, he said it'll be fine.
It'll be fun.
See?
Do whatever.
said
Hold your pants, whether just to make sure I don't do any mischief things. Just trust me.
Kevin, your mic's being really bad, by the way. I just wanted to point it out. I don't know if, like, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Could you understand what I said?
Try it again.
Look, you can stand as far away as you want to make sure I don't do any mischievous things to your underwear. But
Lad, I'm from Scotland.
I want you to.
Lad, I'm from Gaelic, from a Scotty family. None of us wear under breeches.
Okay. Just please participate. I assure you it'll be safe.
Right, what do you want me to do? How do you want us to
Just-
defile this place?
Close your eyes. That's all
I
need you to
hate
do.
when I gotta close my eyes for your fucking magic tricks. Can I not just keep my eyes open? Can I not just see the magic trick?
No.
It's not really a trick, is it? It's more like a
Look,
magic
Just
hoodwinking.
do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Oh, you know, lad, gonna give me an aneurysm, and I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Just Bresh close his eyes.
I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna like firmly grip the pewter cauldron on my hip, and just be like, "Aye."
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy, the
All right.
transmutation
All right.
cantrip.
What are you gonna do?
And
You
I-
got so much shit. You can do
Oh,
what's
yeah.
outside of
I
that
can-
exact list if it
Look.
if it.
Look, I can cast the spell multiple times at up to 3 effects at a time for 1 minute if I use an action, which doesn't really matter in roleplay. I'm going to have the ground shake above us, thunder noises, and also the lights flicker.
Well, there are really no lights because it's daytime, but pop off, I guess.
Wait, what happened? Sorry, audio, everything cut out for me.
Oh, he's
So,
being real
the-
fucking
The
spooky.
ground will shake, the lights will flicker, and they will hear thunder above us.
And the phone will ring and no one will be there. And the bus will pull up outside the Krusty Krab. And the hash-slinging slasher is gonna show up.
Yeah, I'll say for extra effect, Charles, whether you mean to or not, you're gonna grab the mace. You won't necessarily draw it, but you're just gonna be holding on to it
Yeah, that's
and its holster.
I just do it.
All of you, both of you, can immediately open your eyes as you can feel yourself you can feel vibrations at your feet, and
Oi,
you can
laddie!
hear the sound of distant thunder.
Oi, laddie!
Oh, that's fun.
And then the lights are-
That is what the
Uh.
fuck?
And I'm gonna say, with a deception check, this isn't part of my magic trick.
Oh, you
have to do-
asshole.
It's not deception. That's performance.
Oh, okay. Yes!
There's no
No!
insight required. There's no insight required. He is putting on a fucking show, and you're going to see one of like the acolytes or missionaries in the room that someone close to you say, "Oh, what's happening?
Something's going on with the
Quickly,
blue boy! I ain't going
Get the
to.
priest.
I ain't going
It's
to.
probably the mace.
I'm tackling him.
Demons!
I'm
Call the
tackling him.
priest. Priest!" And then you can hear him shout over to another one of them, and then they start moving around. You've caused a commotion. now the funny atmospheric music has ended thanks to you. And now it is fucking chaos as you can hear people move around the building quickly. The eerie silence of the building is entirely gone now as you can hear footsteps and shouting as don't play the Benny Hill theme. Okay, all right.
I'm playing comedy music.
All right, that's good. That works. As
My hair is back to normal now.
everything was fine, but then like they heard demons and I was like, "Uh-oh." That sounds bad. So now what are you guys doing? You said you tackle him?
Oh, I'm tackling. I'm bringing him to the ground. I'm assuming this mace is fucked. I'm gonna tackle him.
Are you dodging, Charles?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dodge.
All right, roll an attack. Roll an
Grab.
attack. Like an unarmed strike.
7. Oh, it's an
7,
attack. I
no
thought it
problem.
was like athletics and then contested by either his athletics or acrobatics. To,
Well, no,
like,
I mean
do a
you still
grapple
use
check.
trying to position an unarmed strike.
Uh,
Yeah, so this counts as like an unarmed strike. So you're trying to like grab him.
Okay,
With
I'm
like-
proficient in unarmed strikes because that's
Are
just how
you?
unarmed strikes are. Well, everyone is proficient in unarmed strikes. It's just that
Right.
whether that like for the attack roll, but by default only does 1 bludgeoning damage plus like.
Yeah. So that
Strength or
would be
whatever.
a 9 to hit, which is not gonna work. And Charles just sort of like dances out of your grasp a bit.
Oh yeah,
as you
I pretend that I'm like getting shaped by the earthquake, and I just like almost lose my balance, and that's how I dodge the crash.
Whoa!
Yeah, you feign to fall to the side.
Lad,
I'm
uh,
gonna
and they catch
walk
you.
up to him and grab him.
Okay. Yeah, you walk up and just like put your hands on his shoulders. Are you gonna like? Are you trying to like?
Trying to grab him, hold him down. Got it. He's got his mace.
You're trying to hold him down. Roll a contested athletics check. I don't mean to.
Yes.
Pretty sure Charles is stronger than you. Yeah. You go to grab him with your fucking thin ass, twink ass, nangly ass looking ass, and he is just stronger than you. So as you try to like get a wrap around him, he just like pushes you away. And then like pretends to fall again or something. Like he like falls into you really hard, so you can't grab him.
I am going to raise a single finger at him. I'm gonna, lad, I'm gonna tell you this once. Hand over the mace.
I say, wait, and then I cancel all the effects. That was the trick.
Lad!
After this happens, you can see the priest sort of exiting the building as you guys are now in like the middle of the row. And you can hear their voice boom out. What is happening?
I say, no, nothing.
I'm gonna grab
serious,
Charles by his scruff on the back of his jacket or his like navy blue
You can
shirt.
grab him by the collar.
Grab him by the
Unless
collar.
Charles,
I'm gonna
you attempt to like, you know.
I'm gonna try and drag him. Wait, first off, I'm casting guidance on myself. I'm gonna say like, then I'm gonna grab my scruff. I'm gonna try and drag him over to this.
Yeah, so
Loxodon.
that would technically be a contested athletics check because it is.
Yeah.
It's not really a
plus
grapple as more as it is just a pull.
Yeah, plus a D4 because of guidance.
Yeah, a
Get
16.
the
You cannot.
Hook over here.
You are trying to like sort of slap him away, but he's got fucking tree trunk hands, dude. He's a thick boy.
I've been
You can't get away from him.
I've been wrangling cows and sheep and young horses my whole life. You're coming with me.
You try to like kick him at the shins, but he just doesn't feel it. He's got the thick leather there that sort of absorbs it.
I'm gonna walk beside him, put my hand kind of on Charles' shoulder, and say, "Don't
Yeah.
worry, you'll get through this."
No,
Oh,
it was the trick.
I'm gonna
I was
present him.
joking.
I'm
I thought you were gonna be like the little sibling that just told on their big brother, and you're gonna be like, I didn't expect a friendly approach, but yeah,
I'm gonna
Brash, you are
grab-
dragging him presumably
Drag him.
towards the priest, who is sort of like fast walking now towards you, and he says, or they say, Brash, what happened? What's going on? I heard of demons.
Well, Charles, you wanna tell him about your trick?
There were no demons, I can assure you. But I there was a
Are you
we were
sleeping?
playing a little game where Horace showed off his trick of changing his hair, and the loud noises and stuff. That was my trick. Nothing, nothing serious.
And what do you
Are-
have to say to the poor Loxodon priest for freaking him out?
I'm very sorry for freaking you out. I know
I
this is a
And
know.
place
they
of
take a deep sigh. They release a deep sigh. They say, "All is well, as long as everyone is safe. Though I must respectfully ask you to leave the church."
oh
I'm
no,
gonna
I
let
feel so
I'm
bad.
gonna let go of it. I'm gonna be like, you fucking.
All right, thank you for the help, Sir Elephant Guy. I wish you
It
well.
was a pleasure meeting all of you.
I'm
Yeah,
Helen,
so sad.
apologize
Horace
for
is
his.
excited to leave, and he is leaving with a bounce in his step.
Yeah,
so you grab the sack, pick it up with a rations, throw it over your shoulder like Santa Claus on Christmas fucking day, and you are out of there.
I am going to like go up to Karth and be like, listen, Karth, I apologize for ruining our little visit here. I thank you not only for the food but for your advice and guidance and here. And I am going to gonna go into my pack a little bit and I'm gonna rummage around and I am going to look at a little rock and I'm gonna be like, here you go. This is a rock from Gaelish. This rock came from a little brook that runs down from my grandfather's home, and here, there's a little reminder of us passing by in case we ever come back. It's a little way to remember who I am.
And they nod, and then they say, "Well, it is only fair I give you something in exchange."
Yeah,
And then they reach into their robe,
you've
and then
given
they
us
pull
plenty
out
enough.
a small scroll. It looks like a sort of wrapped parchment paper. And they give it to you, and they say, "Please accept this."
I well, was this kind of holy text that you need delivered somewhere?
No, it is yours to keep. It is a scroll, and it holds magical energies uh, of such akin to that like yourself. It carries Kelemvor's blessing.
Well, I will hold on to this and with honor, and I will only use it in the direst need that is aligned with your faith, I guess. I'll make
Okay,
sure
yeah,
to keep
if
When
you're
I'm
adding it to your equipment, it's a scroll of guidance, so you can cast guidance
scroll.
one
uh
time.
It's a
Each.
can.
when
I mean,
I'm
guidance is a
at
cantrip, but
the
sick.
when
Yeah,
I'm at
I
the
mean,
entrance to
That's
leave,
nice.
can I
I
call
like it.
back at Bresh and Charles and say,
or
"Hey,
sorry,
Charles,
uh,
grab your
I
demon mace and let's get out of here. Bresh, come on."
I didn't mean to say guidance. I meant bless. I
That
apologize, because that's the
okay.
first level spell,
Scroll of bless.
which
Cool.
can affect 3 people.
Oh,
Which
sick.
you can.
All right, I'm gonna thank him very kindly. I'm gonna leave him with this rock, and I'm gonna say, and of course, I don't know what people say about you and mice, but always remember to always tip your hat to them a little bit if they come by, because they're hard workers. All right, I'm out of here, and uh,
Wait. As Bresh leaves, I'm gonna walk up, kind of nervously and say, "I'm my formal apologies. I did not mean to cause such a commotion."
nah, he did. And I'm gonna tip.
When I when
I do
I'm
not
at
believe I
the
have called your name. What is it?
Oh, is he talking to Charles?
Yes.
Oh, I was apologizing for causing the commotion.
No, I do not believe I have called your name. What is
Charles
it?
is Charles is really confused.
your name.
He's
Calvin, your
asking
name.
for your name.
Oh, and Charles realizes what he's trying to say. So, oh, I'm very sorry. I'm Charles.
Oh.
Keith, can you move your microphone something like that? You're breaking up just a little bit.
One moment.
Thank you.
Is that all?
Oh, and I'd like to make a donation to the church.
No, no, I cannot accept.
Are you
But what I
sure?
can accept is your name. All of it.
I said Charles Chungus of Konya.
And the elephant, the Loxodon man, nods and he says, as expected. Kalimvor be with you. Goodbye,
Thank you.
Prince Charles.
Goodbye.
And then he turns around.
Oh my god.
Name drop, name drop, name drop. Can I call out Charles?
Yeah, I get it. You said, like, get your fucking demon mace. I got it. You're doing a little trolling. I understand.
Trying to say, I was exaggerating the demon mace part.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah. All right, good.
Get your goddamn demon mace over here.
No, he said, "Hey, Charles, hurry up and get your demon mace over here."
Yeah, locks it on. Demon mace. He has one of those. Don't you want to like burn him at the stake or something?
It got some demons in it.
Can we can we end the session? I feel like this is a good little stopping point to continue our journey
Yeah.
from.
As you guys begin walking away from Graveshire, again, sort of just taking in the sight of this massive stone cathedral. That's where we're gonna end the session. I hope all of you enjoyed listening. I did. It was a great session. Everyone else did. If they didn't, they're not allowed to say they didn't. And I hope you all like it. Bye.
Not because I was forced to.
No, we had a great time. This was Quest for the Kingslayer, episode 7.
Like and subscribe.
And thank
I'll
you for
bring
sure
them
to
out.
thank you for
Bring the funny
watching.
bell icon.
Okay, fine,
Hit that little
chill.
bell.
Chill.
No more. No more shill.